right, Ruthless fans, I guess it's easy to, just say that the most talked about moment from the episode was the cliffhanger ending you just saw. I'm recording this video first. I'm hopefully able to pull the episode and reduce it down to the cliffhanger ending. So if this is future Jeremy, well, if you're watching this video and the clip isn't at the beginning, it's past Jeremy's fault, not mine. But in any case, yeah, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, follow me on social media, links are in the description below, and hit the bell icon and select all. Now, I've looked at this scene more times than I wanted to, but I've been talking with some people. I've heard some interesting theories about it. The obvious answer is, well, Jeremy, it's Andrew's house. Sarah was in the bathroom taking a shower. Whoever came in opened the door, fired 2 rounds, and she's dead in the shower, plain as day. That's completely understandable. I get it. I completely get that. But let's try to break it down a little bit further, because that's what we do here on the channel. Let's look at some different clues and hints here. Number 1, the assignment given to Clark that he passed down to Oliver, because Daikon asked Clark if Oliver was trustworthy. He's like, yeah, he's one of my best guys. Tell him to go to Andrew's house. Check the area, make sure, there's nobody there. If it turns out that his wife, Andrew's wife, is there, because Clark was the one that told Daikon, hey, I did some research like you asked in the news reports, the articles, everything about Sarah's death. That was only local. It didn't break anything other than like the quote unquote perimeter of the house, like basically only stayed. It was like a story that was condensed as opposed to something that got a lot of traction. And Daikon was suspicious because I believe that Clark said, I went and I saw lights and everything on in the house. And that's when Oliver was sent to investigate. And Daikon said specifically, if Sarah is there, bring her back, because Daikon wanted to deal with her personally. So the person who went into the house and then shot twice, if that was Oliver, what would he do that for? Some people have been saying, well, maybe Oliver did that in order to help out Andrew, because he figured, oh yeah, because Andrew helped me with the Lilo situation, let me help him out with the whole Sarah situation, because maybe it'll be a case where Oliver goes back, says Sarah, no, she wasn't dead. I don't know what's going on. That wouldn't make sense, because then the news story would break that, oh yeah, she was shot in the shower twice. And then that will get a lot of traction, as opposed to the fake story that went out. And then Daikon will be like, wait, what the hell's going on? But then again, Oliver most likely, well, yeah, Oliver just found out about Andrew's assignment, so he wouldn't know about any story being broken at all. It's like, well, yeah, if Andrew said he killed her, but he didn't, then it doesn't really matter because there's no news story, but I'm going to kill her, and then he wouldn't care if there is a news story. Now, let's talk about the Cynthia side of things. 2 things. Some people say that was her in the shower, and then other people are saying she was the one that went up in there and shot Sarah. Number 1, this person to me is obviously a male. Based on the complexion, I couldn't tell if it was Oliver. I was confused by multiple things. Number 1, so we got Andrew and Tally, and this is still the morning or early afternoon. They're just sitting and chatting. And next thing you know, we skip to the night. Like, if they did skip all the way to night, I'm like, okay, is this like the night, well, last night, basically the night that Oliver was sent to go to the house? Because that would make more sense in context of, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because if he pops up in like the next episode or whatever, then we'll know what his whereabouts were. But if you skipped all the way to the night of the current day we're in, that makes no damn sense, because remember, one of the talking points was Paula and Lacey saying that, hey, daytime doesn't matter. As soon as we get our first chance, we're going to get the hell in that car and get out of here. So you're telling me we skipped all that? What about the highest saying that he wanted to speak with Andrew in the morning? Are we going to skip all that as well? I don't know. But basically, yeah, Cynthia, it wouldn't make sense. Like, for one, why would she be in Andrew's house taking a shower? Because remember, she's at her and Malcolm's place. Malcolm's the one who's pretty much out and about. Number 2, if she was the one that went in there and shot Sarah, okay, I could buy that. But at the same time, the person who did this clearly was a male. Was it supposed to be clever masquerading? Because we did not see the identity of the person putting on a mask. Because I don't think it was Oliver. I feel like if it was Oliver, then we would have seen his face, because we would have remembered, oh yeah, he was sent on assignment, because we're made to believe it was him, but I don't think it was Oliver. And then on top of that, some people are like, what about that rickety truck? That actually makes sense in the context of the compound, because, you know, you got Yancey working on a bunch of junk vehicles. So, you know, but then again, if it wasn't Oliver, then who was it? Who went into the house to shoot allegedly Sarah? I mean, the curly bun on her head, it pretty much is like, oh yeah, that's definitely Sarah. But it's like, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, Cynthia, I think, no, her being shot makes no sense. Sarah being shot makes sense, because go back to what was said earlier in the episode. Malcolm told Mac that Sarah's at the house. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, she wanted to be at home. I'm protecting her. What the hell? If they find her there, she's dead. She's at a friend's house right now. I don't think Malcolm said that in a very convincing manner. You could make the argument that he was being honest. He was just being smug about it, because, well, obviously Malcolm can't protect Sarah if Sarah is, you know, at the house and he's not around, because he's at the office despite being suspended. I mean, there was the one episode where she was getting a shower, but that was after she got dressed and everything, because she had to wash off all the blood and everything from, you know, the photos they had to take of her being, you know, killed by Andrew. And at that point, Malcolm gave her a wig and everything to make sure she was safe, so she can leave without being, you know, noticed by anybody. But why would she be back at the house when, again, this episode made no damn sense. So if it wasn't Sarah in the house in the shower, who was it that got shot, and who was the one that took care of business? Now, like I said, I wish I could tell you I had more definitive suspects, but this episode literally made no sense to me at all. I don't think it was ever stated that, you know, Andrew, or in this case Sarah, would have any specific company over. Maybe this was like a friend or whatever who was watching the house. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I do recall Sarah, was it her sister? I know they had a maid, and I think they were related. Look, I'm going to be honest here. There were some parts of season 1, part 1, I forgot, but I know that Sarah had like a maid. Sarah and Andrew had like a maid or something, and due to like Andrew draining their bank accounts and giving it to the compound, she wasn't able to get paid. So, you know, she tried to like, hey, here's some jewelry or something, you could pawn it off. Maybe that was her sister or cousin. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot. It's been so long. But maybe the maid is in there taking the shower and got shot. I don't know. I honestly don't remember her body build and whatever, but I don't think she was as slim as Sarah. So I think it was Sarah in the shower. But it just makes no sense why she would be there in the shower, you know, just taking a shower. But then again, Malcolm did say she wanted to be back at home. And it's like, what? So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This made no damn sense. But who do you think got shot in the shower? And looking at my list here, this is my last Ruthless video of the week. I had 4 I've already done, including the episode review. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Rakadushi in a separate oval video, and that's about it. So thanks so much for tuning in, and if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.